Hello. Hello. Okay, I am prepared. I am prepared. We're gonna be tracking through the storms today, but you had to start early. I was hoping to start at 7 o'clock, or maybe 6:45 when these storms, 7 o'clock when these storms had a good chance, but this one has been catching my eye for the past hour. It was forming hook echo, but now it is just mostly hail. So the tornado threat on this has significantly gone down, but there is still some sort of rotation going on in the south side of it. This is currently up to date. Yeah, this is up to date. Uh, some rotation trying to form in that hook echo, and this just was extended. Meet them some morning. Want to see if I don't think it has a tornado possible tag on it. But oh yeah, forgot to show you guys my freaking my my marker works. Woo! I can do that now. I can do that now. I fixed it. I figured out how to fucking fix it. So okay, I was prepared a little. Um, I really want to see. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna let this load. And we have to let this load a bit. But while it loads, we can see this is the MMRS. We're gonna give that a second to do its thing. Okay, let's go back to our radar. And yeah, you can see, I can draw now. It's trying to form a little bit of, you can see by the, the main storm. And you can see by that C, kind of see what you want to look where it looks like a backwards S. Yeah, a backwards S. Backwards S or a C. Because we want to see by industry, you see that inflow going in, and a formation of somewhat of a rear flank downdraft. Uh, that is coming in, and it looks like, yeah, this is gonna hit industry. Let's see if it's rotating. Yeah, it's starting to rotate. Definitely is starting to rotate. Let me go on here. Yeah, it's starting to rotate. Right by industry, I will not be surprised if this gets tornado warned, because it is in fact rotating right here where the right there. If I zoom in maybe a bit, you can see it a bit better. more clearer, yeah. The rotation of the storm is coming right for you, industry. Coming right at you. That was the wrong button. This is a toss-up. I do not see, yeah, this is not any debris. I do not see any debris signature on radar, which means that there is no tornado on the ground, as we know of. But it is definitely starting to rotate. Let's see if Radar Omega has officially Radar Omega is still booking its kinks out, of course. That is okay. By Macomb, south of Macomb, southeast of Macomb, we have a mesocyclone. You can say that can be strong rotation. It looks like it is kind of maybe fizzling out, but it still definitely does exist. I think the storm is still trying to get its act together. Because as we can see, there is, please tell me, here, this would be this would be amazing. Alright, so, can I do this movie magic? Thank you. But yeah, we do see that basically all along this area over here, we are to see strong storms. Now, it does look like that these strong storms may start a bit to the north of that area, right here in the marginal risk. If I had to draw it, I draw it like this. Something like that, maybe add that extension. I draw something like that. Yeah, it's slight risk. Now, it is, I mean, to be fair, to give it credit, that storm in Macomb, it is in that line, but, as I know, it's not in the tornado line. And I do not have my chat up, so let me get that going. Chat. Get chat up. You're getting chat up. Alright, I have chat up and running. But yeah, okay, you can stop now. You've been a great boy. And I'm gonna go back to hero. Really great boy. Great boy. Great boy. It is still, yeah, it's starting to get its act together. Yeah, right over here, that is really, that's just really small. Yeah, getting its act together a bit east of industry. A bit east of, tell me if that marker is way too big. That east of industry is starting to rotate a bit more, a bit stronger as the storm will get its act together. I don't. Once again, it is showing a possibly maybe. I don't know if that you can count as a correlation drop. I'm gonna say that there is no tornado. That there was or is no tornado on the ground. Even though I definitely think that there should be like a tornado warning a bit, maybe. This is but I mean the hook echo once again is instead of being a great hook, it's kind of bowing out. It's a bow, kind of like a bow echo type thing. Not like an actual bow echo, but it's starting to like bow out. We will be watching more storms as let's do some more movie magic. More storms as storms over here will start to form up, and even some storms back over here will form and go to that northeastern track. They should fizzle out right over here in this. That is a bad way of They should start to fizzle out right over here. And that's when they become mostly rain, storm, maybe a few rumbles of thunder. Can't rule that out. But yeah, by that this circle they are definitely gonna lose their severity. And like that, fizzle out. Soon here I will go over that's really big time hail. That hail is this hail is big time going towards Table Grove and south of Adar. Also going towards IPOV and Lewiston will get that hail core. It's a huge hail core. Yeah, it is a huge hail core right going towards Table Grove, possibly into Lewiston. That is a very big hail core. This is the only severe storm right now, and it is severe mostly because of its hail, and yeah, it is rotating. So we officially do have our rotation signature, meaning that it is a rotating TDS. Here's your echo top. The storm is a bit tall, but it's really tall by the Vermont area. Yeah, it is really getting its act together. Going right towards Vermont. Vermont, you may soon get a tornado warning. Excuse me. Yeah. Wow. Table Grove, you're gonna get hit by some heavy hail. Table Grove, you are right now. Table Grove, you are currently experiencing heavy, very, very, very heavy rain and some hail. But the rest of that hail is gonna be coming right towards you. And IPAV and Lewiston prepare for really heavy rain and like gorilla hail. What even is that hail sliding at? 1.34 inch. We have this, yeah. Excuse me, mister. we have the potential of that hook echo maybe sort of coming out. Now the rotational part that it's showing is in that inflow notch of that supercell. Once again, this is going towards IPAV and Table Grove. You are basically, it's safe to say the Table Grove with this X-Scan that you are in that hail core. Once again, it is a big hail core. It's something not to mess around. That's why it has a severity rating. But also, it is rotating. The storm is definitely rotating, 100% rotating. Once again, we are going to show you the storms that are happening right now. All the storms that happen right now, the most severe storm right now is the one near Macomb. We are tracking that. That is really big. 1 second. Yeah, the storm near Macomb. And we do have these little supercells starting to pop off in Iowa and near Altoona and Burlington, Iowa. That is something to look out for in the near future. That's why I wanted to start the stream at 7 p.m. because that at 7 p.m. these storms will become more defined and going severe. But we already have one. We already have a contender right here near Macon. Okay, in a bit I will show you the future cast. That is for in a bit. Once I'll show you the future cast once the storm is Table Grove, you're in the middle of it. Table Grove, you're in the middle of it. Some of that stuff has passed, going towards Lewiston. Lewiston, you are next. Table Grove is at the tail end of it. And now we are definitely seeing more of a defined hook. A bit more of a defined hook forming. We expected that since the storm is in a good area for rotation. Hello. And yeah, it is rotating. The mesocyclone wasn't as good as before. The mesocyclone has definitely decreased a bit, but that could also mean that it is tightening up. Because I can also see that that hail core was definitely way stronger before it hit Table Grove, and now it's kind of breaking apart. So this storm could be weakening. That is what we are. That's what our best bet is. And it is continuing to weaken after that next scan. Maybe a bit more of a, possibly it could be re-strengthening right north of Vermont, going into Summon. The velocity is still technically there. We're going to be monitoring this storm, and after that, like I said, I will give you more of a, yeah, it is getting a detailed hook. It looks like we have some strong rotation. I'm seeing on my other rate, yeah, right over here going towards Summon. So if you're in Summon, you're getting near that. You're getting near the rotational part of the storm. So I know you're only in a severe thunderstorm warning, but I would start getting in that safe place. We're getting a new radar update in the next 8 seconds, so that is something to be mindful of. Ooh, that is a very cool feature. Now we are getting that. Now let's see that hail. So yeah, we have a bit of hail. Yeah, a bit of hail near, really near Vermont right now is getting the most hail, which makes sense. Kind of looks like that. It does look like that mesocyclone has shifted a bit. You can see right there, it was at industry, got really strong, got very strong to the west of Vermont, but when it got to Vermont, it looks like it had shifted sides. It may have just shifted sides again to the hook echo. So this storm, it's very weird, but I think it's safe to say that it could definitely be intensifying right now. You will see that in the next few bit. How close are we to the radar site? What radar site are we using? KLX. One more defined. Once we get to what that Mason area, kind of at south of the Mason area over here, we may have to start using a bit more of a tilt because we're kind of close to the radar. Here, I will be right back. I'm gonna play this radar loop. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Sorry, I had to do one small thing. We are back, and it does look like we do have that Vermont area experiencing that rotation. The rotation is kind of wobbling a bit. It's getting confused, but I think it's safe to say that there is still a very could be a very large mesocyclone going towards Summon, potentially near south of Bath. And this state is in what? Illinois. Let me get you the counties. Let me read off the counties. That may be a bit more helpful. Okay. For Central Fulton and North Central Solar counties, if you live in Central Fulton and North Central Solar counties in Iowa. I know I'm butchering it, but it's really important to get this information out because we could see some rotation potentially getting a bit more tighter. Definitely getting a bit more tighter, potentially near Asura. Right over Asura. Remember, this is expected to be 1.05 inch hail. And once again, more storms will be following up on this line throughout the night. Throughout the night by eastern Iowa going into Illinois, we will have storms going throughout the night, basically, till maybe like 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The storm's forming. They will they will die off once they go to the the northeast or the eastern Illinois area into Ohio. That is when the storms will like make like amalgamation, all combine, and basically be a big rain threat. A couple rumbles of thunder is definitely possible. That is something to look out for. Future casting, not just yet. I want to see what the storm does, just in case I do not want to miss out on any like fresh tornado warnings, so I can just immediately get it out for it to save time. So once this thing either weakens out to where it's safe to say that it's not going to be that much of a severe risk, we may have to shift to a different tilt. And at that different tilt, near that radar, we could see a bit more of a mesocyclone. Now we will officially use this. We will officially use this tilt once we get closer to the KLX. Once again, we will use that tilt near maybe a bit north of Mason City, near Kilbride and Easton. That is also where we have to look out next. Easton and Mason City, potentially Lincoln, in Middletown, Illinois, where this storm could potentially put down a tornado or just be severe to them. And even more, and even after. The hail threat, once again, it's going down a bit. Let's see, the Vermont area. Where, with these past radar scans, looks like the hook echo is actually, the hook echo looks actually like it's, colliding with its mother storm, which would kill off its tornado potential. So, it looks like the hook echo, which it wants to create a possible tornado, it does look like it's sort of fizzling out. Why is that? Because with these past radar... Sorry. But with these past radar scans, you can see that hook echo by industry right there. It's really far away. Then you can just see it looks like it's colliding with its mother storm. And we can potentially see that full collision probably right when this part of the storm reaches summon. That's what I think it'll fully combine with its mother storm. When this part of the storm reaches summon. Now, on that new tilt, it looks, which we will have to use in like 10-20 minutes or so. The new tilt does look like the hook echo is a bit facing a bit more west, which is common with storms because sometimes they do have westerly hook echoes. Which actually, if I do go down the tilt, if I go up here, if I go down a tilt, it actually does look like that storm is echoing, echoing west. But we want this storm to face this way. We want it to face this way instead of west. Because when it faces east, that's when we see that that's when the rotation gets a bit more rotational, a bit more tornadic. Obviously, we can see with the past radar scan, where it looks like we had a rotation. It looks like that rotation signature the rotation TDS has gone away. And yeah, that rotation is definitely not as severe as it was before here in Vermont. So it does look like with that collision with its mother storm, it does look like this storm is just going to become a huge windstorm with potential for heavy hail. So with that, I think it would be a good transition in a few minutes to go to Radar Omega and see our future cast for those areas that the SPC has warned you in. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for the likes. Also, if you have a question, please don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. For areas, and this is definitely awakening. It's turning. I know I did say before that it was becoming a bit more stronger, which it was getting stronger. It was getting stronger, but then once again it weakened, and now it looks like it's just becoming a huge rain mess. Um, Checking that rain density. I just want to see. Okay. Looks like we do have some of that hail. Looks like that hail is really going over right over that why does my marker do that every single time? The struggles. It just looks like hail is over right to the east of IPAV, going towards Livingston and Liverpool and Topeka. That's where that remaining hail threat is, and also possibly some near Summon. And where is this? Good question. Then this is for. Remember, this storm is heading for Central Fulton and North Central Cheshire counties. At Cheshire counties. I am bad at reading names. It's located in Iowa. Located in Iowa. This is really becoming a big rain mess. Heavy rain mess. It's becoming a big heavy rain mess. Wow, that's interesting. Why is it hooking? Huh. You could see a backwards hook here. Hold on, folks. Okay. Okay, let's do that future cast. Let's do that future cast. So let's do a future cast. So we're gonna wait for a future cast to load. While it loads, we want compose reflexivity. Okay, while that loads, oh, look at that, it loaded. So at 7 p.m. once again we do have that these storms and supercells all along here. Yeah, that's gonna need a bit to load. I should have done that earlier, but we have a bit of a situation on our hands. It looks like it is starting to rotate again. Yo, yeah, that's by me, guys. Okay, that was literally the last radar scan. Okay, this is okay. The last radar scan where I went to the future cast, it was right here, but now look at that. Look, you see this green Look at this green rotation thing. Look at that green spinning thing. This was, look at that. Look at that rapid intensification. And now it's over here. Now it's de-intensifying. Okay. Sure, buddy. Sure. Let's do this new warning. So, here we go. We have a few counties, guys. We have a few counties to look at. So, immediate broadcasted requested severe thunderstorm warning by the National Weather Service in Lincoln, Illinois. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Daylight Time. Central Daylight Time. So, this severe warning, this new severe warning, these storms, which is slowly rotating, will be going towards south central Fulton County in west central Illinois, eastern Schuyler County in western central Illinois, and central Mason County in central Illinois. That is until 6:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I'll read that to you again. A severe thunderstorm warning. This was issued 3 minutes ago. This warning is for south central Fulton County in west central Illinois, eastern Schuyler County in west central Illinois, central Mason County in central Illinois. That is until 6:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So once again, this impact is going to be 60-mile-an-hour winds in hail, which is what we're expecting. The hail is starting to come back, and I'm wondering why it came back with that rotational signature. I think that might go away soon, but it could start ramping up in rotation yet again. So now we do have to monitor it. Yeah, look at that. Green TDS. Hail size is ramping up. And that rotation is still lingering. It's still lingering southeast of Summit. Moving towards Bath. A little bit north of Bath. To move a bit north of Bath, I believe. That's going to move a bit north of Bath. Okay. Let's see if this, the future cast. And, really, bro? Really? Okay, let me just load through all these. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, let's go to this. So, okay guys, we are going to be going over your future cast. So then once again, this is going to be the future cast of what's next to come for these this kind of conglomeration of storms as they move east. So first of all, we have our storms right now. By 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, the storms will start to conglomerate into one, and go towards Gary, Iowa, and Chicago. Now, these still will be isolated a bit, but then by Chicago into Gary, Indiana, they will conglomerate into one, and possibly have some severe impacts when they first combine. As by 8 p.m., we still have these supercells still popping off. by 9 p.m., it does look like these supercells are going to continue intensifying down south in Illinois. It does look like by Gary, Iowa, they will still be maybe a bit more impactful, especially going into Fort Wayne. That is for Indiana. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And by 9 p.m. EST, we will have still some supercells popping off in central Iowa, going towards, once yet again, northern Illinois. By 10 p.m., these things are going to be a bit more scattered. We're going to have a huge line of scattered storms from central Iowa going to northern Illinois. Our main thunderstorms are still here, still being conglomerate, amalgamating into one, still a bit more severe, going into Ohio. We still have a potential, looks like you're going to be a strong line of storms, bow echoing towards Indiana, towards central Indiana. And then also by 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, another round of supercells are going to be heading into Ottawa, into Galesburg, and Peoria, Illinois. By 11 p.m., we see this severe threat get another revive, like a revival. As now we have, by 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have that little bow storms causing some wind and rain, weakening. But general thunderstorm, it's mostly going to be general thunder going towards that Cleveland and Akron, Canton area into Ohio, towards the lake. And then we have another round of supercells going from Indiana to Cincinnati or Portsmouth, Ohio, near Kentucky. This may be another potential chance for a strong line of supercells. Not tornadic, but more as if like hail. We have more supercells really showing up in northern Missouri and south Iowa, going into central Illinois. And we still have this projected line of storms, kind of bow echoing once again towards that Greenwood, Indiana to Richmond, Indiana. Now, once again, by this time, these storms, mainly up here, will lose their intensity. These storms over here, however, they won't be as strong as they will not be as strong as if they were to form right now as I'm talking. They'll be a bit more weaker, but still have some strength in them. Okay, by 12 a.m., we do see, I think we can officially call it, that general thunderstorms, line of general thunderstorms going towards, once again, this Akron, Canton area, and up towards the lake to Cleveland. And also just a formation start of another line of storms from Indiana to Parkinsburg. Sorry, from Missouri, northern Missouri to Parkinsburg, West Virginia. This is going to be a bit more severe, maybe some strong thunderstorms more than this one up north. And then we have another conglomerate of not as strong supercells going towards Ohio. So By 12 a.m., these all bands of storms are going to be plummeting towards Indiana, Ohio. Once they reach that Indiana and Ohio border, they will be generally weak. Maybe a few strong storms I cannot rule out. By 1 a.m., that Cleveland and Akron area are going to experience some heavy, not heavy rain, but a lot of rain for the next few hours. And possibly some rumbles of thunder, maybe a few strong storms. These storms are going to be colliding, these supercells are going to be colliding up north, which means that they're going to be joining their brother up here in the not as strong supercellular area. I mean, not as strong storms. And, yeah, still, 1 a.m., we still have projected supercells popping off in southern Iowa, northern Missouri, into Illinois. So a very active night for Illinois and Indiana. And also a very strong line of thunderstorms going into Parkinsburg that is generally going to be weak, but still strong. This is as far as my model will go till 2 a.m. I'll get more updates when the model goes a bit farther. And nothing has changed. It just give you the same pattern. And then they're all just gonna combine. They're all just gonna kind of combine into like a weird rainstorm. A few rumbles of thunder. But that is your future forecast for today. That is for the Midwestern area. We do have some special weather statements going on right now in Virginia, but we aren't worried about those because, once again, this general strong thunderstorms popping off, nothing too severe about those. Alright, let's go back. I have not checked on this yet. Is there a tornado warning? No. So, back to the radar, back to right now. Near Bath, Illinois, Havana, Illinois, going to Kilburn and Easton, Illinois. We do have a strong thunderstorm producing hail going towards Havana and Topeka. And we do have, once again, possibly another restart north of Bath of that Hook Echo. You're going to see this in just a minute. And yeah, we do have that rotation starting to ramp up back again where that Hook Echo is. So, please be weather aware throughout the night. Really. Once again, if you are here, please share this video, like this video. The stream. And just get it out everywhere so people are weather aware for storms in their area. Even just a simple like can go a long way in the algorithm of YouTube. This storm, it was intensifying by Macom, and it kind of de-intensified, but then it looks like it is re-intensifying a bit. So that is an interesting development. But once again, let's see. I think it's about time where we go to our second tilt, because we are near that radar site. And yeah. Right north of Bath. Potentially some strong hail north of Havana going into Topeka, Illinois. Also could be heading for Forest City, Illinois. You're seeing the development of the supercell possibly re-intensifying from before. It may do it again. We do have a green triangle TDS for 1.46 inch of hail. Please like and share the video much as you can. Do whatever you need to help out to get people who are in the path of these storms to get their information out. Okay, this is day 2 of that severe weather outbreak. We saw day 1. Okay, oh yeah, we just got a rotating update. So we got an update that we have a rotating TDS by the National Weather Service. Oh, that's an MDA. Which means that the National Weather Service is warning us that this is starting to rotate again. Which is true. This is starting to rotate yet again. New missile cyclone. It looks like this storm is going toward. Okay, let me. The main part of the storm looks like it's going towards Easton and Mason City, possibly to Lincoln, Illinois. So if you know anybody in Easton, Mason City, New Holland, and Lincoln, Illinois, share this video to them. Stream to them, because I'm going to be covering this storm, which currently is rotating. It is not tornado warned just yet. So we're Central. In a few more minutes, I will go over that future cast for the new people here coming in, because we do now have a few new model updates for that future cast. So I'll go over that again once this thing over here has done its settlement and duties. We're starting to see that conglomeration of storms kind of happening right here, going into Indiana, south of Chicago, possibly going toward Chicago into Michigan City, and Plymouth and Valspario, Indiana. But we are really looking at this. It is really showing us a supercell, even with the new tilt. Even with these tilts, it is showing a supercell. Of course, with a hook echo. And the rotation wasn't as strong as before, but it's definitely still there. Kind of transition to high wind a bit. Once again, if you're new here, ask questions. Ask questions. If you want me to give you a forecast of your area, or any other area you might be concerned about, just let me know. I will give you that 411 forecast when I see that message pop up. Even if you're watching the VOD of the stream after the stream, after the stream is over, still like because it's gonna be a video by then. Still like it, even though it's not a live stream, because even when you like it, it's still gonna boost that YouTube's algorithm. So when I go live next, YouTube's gonna think, oh, they're gonna get likes again. So let's push them more up in the algorithm. So now we have a blue warning. Oh, I'm colorblind. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not colorblind, but I should be wearing my glasses right now. And that's definitely a thing. I should be wearing my glasses, actually. I should be wearing my glasses, but I do not. I kind of the I don't know how to explain that. I mean, I can't really get them at the moment because I'm doing this because I want to now cast this and I want everybody to be aware. So once this storm is generally over, I will run downstairs and get my glasses. But I mean, I can still see well. I can still know. I can still see enough to know what is going on and what to expect. And that rotation is definitely more broader. Why does this thing keep doing that? It's really making me mad. The rotation is still broad, but a lot of heavy winds going towards Kilbrone and Easton. That rotation is definitely still broad, but it's still rotation. So, you know. And see, we're getting near that area where we have to go to the new chill. I'm looking to see. Please share this video with whoever you can. Let's share this video, and once again, so it is rotating. It looks like it is rotating a bit. From this tilt, from this view of the storm, it does look like the hook echo is kind of bowing out a bit. Like over here, you can definitely see this hook echo, this rotational part of the storm. But as time progresses, it kind of bows out a bit. Whoa, look at that, it's coming back. Okay, so that rotational part of the storm has died out. But it looks like it is starting to come right back again. So we may get another green TDS. Can we get past views of this? So it does look like you can't really get a past view of Echo Tops. Yeah. So right now, if there is a rotational part of the storm which is dying out, it is going to be east of Bath. Looks like towards heading towards Greenview and Mason City. This is currently the only severe thunderstorm warning that we have as of right now. This is right now. Later in the stream, once I may start to call it, I will go over the models for the next few days, which have the highest of tornado, severe weather potential. Yeah, I'm definitely going to use this tilt. It is definitely bowing out. I mean, it's definitely hooking again. You have yet again another great inflow notch and some good rear flank downdraft to help this storm rotate. That is the thing. Somebody said Texas. Um, Texas. Let's see here for you, Texas. Texas, you're gonna get some cloud cover, maybe some like morning dew. Morning dew is that kind of like rain shower after the morning rain shower because you definitely have a lot of cloud cover, for Texas. It looks like possibly at during the early morning hours, like at 12 a.m. to maybe like 5 a.m. We do have some possibly mixed with snowy, but not snowy and just regular rain going to Texas. So it looks like Texas will see firstly that rain part of it. So Texas, you're not going to see snow, but you will see some light rain heading into you by like from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Possibly 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. No, 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. That is your outlook for Texas, and that brief rain shower will be happening in the Texas Panhandle, and also maybe near is that El Paso? Oh, let me see here for 1 second. Maybe San Angelo, Texas might also see some rain. So basically, the Texas Panhandle, in that far western point of Texas, will see some light rain. Eastern Texas, you're not going to see some rain. Later in the day, Monday will be that severe weather. Now, also in Texas, I do have to say, in the heart of Texas, where the like the huge like the little, if you look at the heart of Texas, there is a cap, which means severe weather is somewhat going to be a bit more significant towards Oklahoma. So if the cap goes away, Texas, the storms are going to be away. So Texas is still going to see some severe weather tomorrow by maybe like 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's for Texas tomorrow. That's your severe weather outlook. Hail, possibly a threat of tornado, um, and wind. Okay, looking back. Um, oh wow, that is that's a monster hail core. That is a monster hail core. Now, once again, we are getting close to that radar, so you may have to go a bit more deep into that storm. And whether or not it's still, it does look like it's rotating again. Rotating again, north of Oakford, going to Mason City. Easton, you're getting that heavy hail. This storm, which is mainly a side of hail and wind, and is rotating, is going to be for northern Menard County in central Illinois and southeastern Mason County in central Illinois. Once again, this severe storm, which its main threat is going to be hail and possibly some rotation, will be for North Menard County in central Illinois and southeastern Mason County in central Illinois. 16-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This hail will be strong enough to damage your vehicles and property, real estate. That is until 7 p.m. CDT or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looks like I would have to go maybe to Davenport because the Davenport radar soon, because it does look like we have some strong supercells which are now starting to fire up. And yeah, one already has a green TDS on it. So here we go. But that is not currently the focus. The focus right now is this storm is rotating. Whether which tilt you look at it or not, it's rotating on both tilts. Even the third one, it's rotating. It definitely has some rotation into it. Now, sadly, this is going to be blocked by radar very soon. So once this thing gets blocked by radar, I can't say a lot. Once the thing gets blocked by radar, if it's still rotating, I'm gonna have to say that this could be rotating fast enough to make it a tornado warning. That's what I'm gonna say once it gets into that radar area. You've been live for 1 hour and about 9 minutes now. Covering this storm, which was right over Macomb and Carthage, and it just had that eastern southeasterly track. Now it's going towards the Lincoln. And soon we will have to now consider areas outside of Lincoln, like Atlanta, Illinois, and Clinton, Illinois, and Wallapella, Illinois, and Mora, Illinois. Okay, now we have another TDS for rotation. We can definitely see some possible rotation. Definitely looks like it may have happened. Remember, we are going to have to look at some tilts a bit more farther tilts because we want to look into the storm a bit more better, so we'll have to use some more tilts than usual. Now we're on 11 minutes. Alright, well, this storm is doing its thing. We do have a full view now of our model. So now we are going to be going back into another future cast. So here is a future cast of what to expect for the night. And now this future cast will be working off Eastern Standard Time, so you will have to be doing your calculations. Because once I say which time these things are going to be happening, it's going to be out of Eastern Standard Time. Let's do it. So this one's going to be a bit outdated, so we are more than here by 8 p.m. We're nearing 8 p.m. So we do once again have that line of storms forming up, and these little supercells coming in and going towards Indiana. We expect this to go on until like 10 p.m. When it's 10 p.m., these things will be a bit more linear. One moment. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Alright, so yeah, these storms are going to be more south to east, more linear, going towards Ohio. Now, by that Fort Wayne area into Ohio, these storms will weaken into general rain and thunder. Now, there's also going to be more supercells by 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, forming up in Iowa, going into Illinois, and a bit like a bow echo, strong winds going towards southern Indiana, towards that Cincinnati area. Thankfully, that will decrease with intensity within time. By 12 a.m., you have your 2 line of storms, 1 in your week, maybe a few moments of thunder, mainly rain line of storms going to Akron, Canton, and Cleveland, Ohio, Mayfield. Then you have your second line of storms forming up, and that's your supercellular line of storms going into southern Ohio, into West Virginia. This is going to be a bit more stronger than the northern line, so please be weather aware for that. And also, we have a new formation of potential line of storms, which is even stronger than this other one, going into Ohio, which will weaken. Yeah, about 2 a.m., these are all going to start to conglomerate by Pennsylvania. So 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we still have these little bit of some supercells, some strong thunderstorms potentially going on. maybe a few hail droplets, but mostly that a lot of thunder and mostly rain. And then this will just keep deteriorating. It'll just keep deteriorating. And about when you wake up tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you have more storms flowing into Iowa, which will not be as strong, and storms flowing into Pennsylvania and Virginia, again, not as strong. Also, if you live in Oklahoma, that is where you see some supercells popping off, but not as strong. Not as strong as later in the day tomorrow, because later in the day you're going to be in a lot of severe weather risks. That is your future cast till 7 a.m. Basically, if you missed it, it's basically simple. It's just supercells over here going to Illinois and Indiana and Ohio, being a bit strong over here, strong as in maybe a few strong thunderstorms, mostly rain, then mostly rain and thunder going into Ohio to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That is going to be the show of the night. So, your severe weather risk for the night is going to be very minimal. Strong thunder, when I say strong thunderstorms, I do not mean severe. Maybe a few isolated severe thunderstorms going on in the Illinois, Indiana, and Iowa area. Possibly southern Ohio area, but once again, that's going to be very isolated. But that is that. Now let's check back on to our friend. Is it tornado warned? No. Yeah, we definitely have to go up in tilt. Definitely have to go up in tilt. I'm not seeing that much rotation. We saw some Barada rotation right here near north of Greenwood. This storm looks like it's going through another weakening cycle. And okay, now we have that yellow TDS or MDA for strength, 1.8 strength. So it's getting strong. It is, you can see it is weakening a bit, but it could very well, by when it reaches Middletown to Lincoln, could be getting stronger again. These storms both have green hail things. I'm not gonna switch to Davenport radar just then. But yeah, this storm has been having a very scary presentation for its whole life. That, hook echo. does look like we escaped that tornado warning for the storm. It may go back again. Hopefully, from now on, with its weakening process, it continues to with its weakening cycle. It does not recycle and just continues to weaken out. As for all these severe storms that see happening for the next couple of days. We have a new warning that does include Lincoln into Atlanta, Illinois, near Midland City. Let's read it. So your thunderstorm warning for Logan County, Illinois. So if you live in Logan County, Illinois, you're going to experience some 60-mile-an-hour winds to hail with a possible rotation. And that recycle of rotation. That is going to be until 7:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time or 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is moving east at 40 miles an hour. So this hail is going to be impactful enough to damage vehicles and homes. Any possible potential wind damage. Definitely. Your wind damage part is going to come with that hook echo. That's going to be your wind damage part. Is with that hook echo, which could reform that rotation. Why does it keep? But I don't know. I don't know why it keeps recording. Yeah, this is mainly going to be yes, stop recording. So yeah, this is mainly going to be a hail and wind threat. I can't rule out it being it recycling its rotation, which it could, but it's mainly going to be a wind and hail threat. Yeah, that hook echo is still going right for Middletown. That's going to mainly be your strong winds. Definitely some hail. Now, the hail looks like it may hit a bit of New Holland, so be prepared for that. But it looks like the hail threat is going to be north for a while and potentially go into Lincoln. The hail threat and wind threat. Okay, I should. That's good. We definitely have some broad rotation where that hook echo is, or at least that scary hook echo presentation. Another cool thing to look at is you can see the inflow. You can see that inflow going in. With inflow going, winds going into the storm, feeding the storm. This winds feeding into the storm. Yeah. We will be monitoring this while it goes into a Lincoln, Illinois. Okay. We usually have rotation getting a bit stronger as it goes into Middleton. We still see that inflow going inside that storm. I'll show you that inflow. What the inflow is that green line. It's a bit more detailed. So this is just winds feeding into that storm, which is gonna help it rotate. We do have a bit of a rear flank downdraft here too. It's a supercellular storm, not rotating as a bit. It has a bit of a mesocyclone, so it is rotating a bit, going into Middleton. If you live in Middleton, this is nearing you. It's nearing you. Be prepared. But yeah, possibly new rotation. New rotation. It's going into Middleton, maybe right above Middleton. The hook echo does look like it's losing a bit of connection near the mother storm. We do have some storm chasers on this, so I could get some storm chasers up on this storm. But, yeah. Kind of that hook echoey ball going on. Right north of Middleton. So maybe if I do this correctly, I can. So if I can do this correctly. YouTube fucking. If I can type correctly. YouTube.com. YouTube.com. My shirt is just looking destroyed. Alright, let's do this. If I can maybe make that live. Could I maybe have, okay, we have a storm chaser. Okay, shut up. Okay, no, do exit. So we have a storm chaser currently on this storm, and let's see if I can get this guy to yeah, no. Chaser. Yeah, so Storm Chaser there. Uh-oh. Oh, my YouTube's gonna go out, isn't it? Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, this is a live view of the Storm Chaser. A Storm Chaser in the storm. You know what? Yeah, this is gonna give me some problems. It's gonna give me some problems. Alright, we still have some broad rotation, and nobody but me is watching this. So, nobody's watching this, and this storm is more than likely going to not drop anything, but if it does, I'm really going to be focusing on the next 2 days. If something happens, I will go live. That is the thing. If something happens, I will go live. So, the main takeaway from this is that there is a hailstorm and a windstorm going into Lincoln and for the following county, which is for Logan County. So, yes, take care, and we'll see you in the next